Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Real Talk on Friday, November 15th on 92.5 WLSD, The Vault. I'm Adam tonight, and join with me, Jeremiah and David. Thank you all for joining.
It feels good to be back.
And we have a good show tonight. You all were all, what, two weeks in a row?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
so I'm glad to have you all back.
I can tell you what, it's a good movie to be back on. It's
Absolutely.
been a while since I've seen that one.
You know, I never have seen this movie before, and I got to be honest with you. I vaguely knew what it was about, but when I actually started watching it, I started to have a panic attack.
Yeah.
I did.
Oh, absolutely.
I really did, especially when you really think about the
The actual plot.
yeah. And I never had seen it.
It
So
is scary.
yeah, it did scare me, and I did have a panic attack, and I told Lana, I said, you need to watch it
man.
just in case I can't do the show.
Yeah.
She almost messaged Jeremiah last night, and I told her, I said, don't message him that. She said, so I lay there and I watched it with her, and it was a good movie. It was a good movie.
It's great.
But it did give me anxiety.
Oh, it did me
Throughout
too.
the entire
It did
movie.
me too. The whole time I was watching it.
But,
Yeah, a whole lot of anxiety.
The first majority
Hello.
was also, they cracked some good jokes.
They do.
Like, really, I didn't understand them whenever I first saw the movie, whenever I was like 19 years old. 18,
David,
19.
you were 18, 19 years old. That's why.
Maybe turn down your volume if it's not turned down. But yeah, so this was the first time you'd seen it since then?
Yeah. I see here.
What about you, Jeremiah? Is this the first time you'd seen it?
Watched it one time.
Okay.
When I was about, I don't know, probably 13, 14.
Yeah. Okay.
And I had it on DVD.
Okay.
But yeah, this was the first time I watched it in a long time.
I have a job, Amber, if you would do this job. If you will tune in and see, I'm going to put my Facebook camera on mute, but you see if you still hear audio. Okay, thank you.
You're so beautiful.
Trying to mute myself.
All right, I muted mine, so maybe it'll work with that. We're trying out. We've got a couple cameras here in studio, but we have a full house tonight. So please go to all the Facebook, Spotify, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok, the Other People's Show, and it's gonna be fun.
Give us a like and a share, man. It's not that hard.
No, please,
really not.
please do that. So tonight's story, it's inspired. Did you all know it was inspired by a true story?
I looked
No.
I did.
Okay.
I did not know that.
Yeah, I remember the first time I saw it. I think I remember it was on Comcast on Demand, and so I would originally just watched the trailer for it.
Okay. So yeah, it was it centers on a 27-year-old guy who learns of his cancer diagnosis and his struggle to beat the disease with, not only him, but his friends around him, his family, and his girlfriend, and his psychiatrist.
Mm-hmm.
So this is like we said, it's a true story, and we'll get a bit into this a little bit later in the facts section. But I didn't realize how much of a true story this actually was until I started doing a little bit of research about it.
Yeah.
So this has a great cast. This has a cast of you got Joseph Gordon-Levitt as Adam, Seth Rogen as Kyle, Anna Kendrick as Catherine,
Of course.
Bryce Dallas Howard as Rachel, Angelica Houston as Diane, and then you've got several other characters as well. Now, did anybody recognize the character of Mitch from any other movies that he's been in?
Not Mitch, no.
And you all may not have seen these movies, but there was a movie called Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Yeah,
What?
yeah, I've seen that.
Mitch is the father of one of the kids, not, Zelensky, but the neighboring father whose kids...
I always thought that dude
Yeah,
was
Shrunk.
because Honey, I Shrunk the Kids wasn't one of those movies I watched a bunch of. I've seen it once. I was like,
Right.
What?
But you'd seen it, though?
Yeah.
And he was also, there was a big thing in the 80s where it was, I don't know exactly what it was, but something called Max Headroom. And it was like this big commercial, and he was the voice of Max Headroom. Because Max Headroom was like a computer-generated figure.
He had that voice, like
Yeah.
like he sounded like a robot, basically.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe if you all have seen like what Max Headroom looks like, but a lot of people will kind of remember what he sounds like. But he was that voice too in that movie or that TV show. So he's been in quite a few things, and this was a hard hitting film. I really thought it was. Now here's what, before we get in, here is a little bit of what Max Headroom sounds like for those that don't know.
I think I cried like the last hour. of
I
the
cried.
whole movie.
I did too. I cried.
I
I cried, and I don't cry for movies.
Now, it would be like this little screen. I don't know if you all can see the screen.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
Oh, from Rap God.
Have you ever seen this?
Yeah.
What-
Yeah, that's from. That's from.
That's
MC
crazy.
Music Video Rap God. Yeah.
So he was the voice of that. So it's funny that these little
That's
connections
awesome.
throughout.
Yeah.
But some of the facts of this movie is that, like we said, it was based on the screenwriter who wrote this movie. It's based on his bout with cancer. He was diagnosed with cancer. He later recovered, and Seth Rogen helped him cope with the disease by convincing him to write this movie during their early 20s together.
Right.
So he wrote it. He had cancer. Seth Rogen was like, you need to write about this, your experience. He did. And then, years later, it became a movie. The Joseph Gordon-Levitt scene where he shaved his head was actually an improvised scene. The cameras just happened to be rolling, and it really
Yeah,
wasn't even supposed
they
to be in the
didn't
movie.
yeah.
That's cool.
Okay.
That's
yeah,
awesome, man.
Yeah.
So I thought that was kind of cool because he actually went all in. Because shaving your hair,
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if I would want to do that.
I would.
You know.
I've done it.
I've done it once in my life. Did you like the experience?
See, I did it a lot as a kid, but I've done it once as an adult. And I mean, I did, but others didn't.
Okay. And they were in a cold city, so it seems like that would make you extra cold if you
Oh,
don't
yeah.
have any hair on
Yeah,
your
I
head.
imagine that's why you had the beanie on.
All the time. Seth Rogen says that he was actually sitting on the toilet when Will Reiser told him that he had cancer.
Oh,
He
my
said, as funny as the
goodness.
two of them thought it was, he thought it was too disgusting to put into the film. Which, with the humor with the film, I think it would have worked.
It would have.
I
It
think
would
it
have
would've worked
absolutely
well.
worked.
And during a 2011 interview, the AV Club, Anna Kendrick said that while on set, she often referred to her character as the worst psychiatrist in the world.
She was pretty crappy.
No, I thought, she might have been crappy as a psychiatrist, but I thought as a person
As a person,
She
she
cared.
was awesome. Yeah.
but like she said she was the only the third person that he had.
That was only the third client she ever had.
Yeah.
And he even said something about it like, "Oh, you're going to say that I'm the third client you ever had."
Right.
And like he was just going to, fall off the face of the earth after I get that, I guess. I don't know, man.
So the budget of this movie was $8 million, and I
Wow.
thought that was spent well because you have a good
Wow.
cast.
You do.
And a lot of
Yeah.
the cast took pay cuts so they could be in this movie,
Yeah.
which they all believed in the script and the message. And it was a success. Made $35 million in America,
Wow.
$41 million worldwide. And critically, it was success. 93% positive on Rotten Tomatoes and 88% positive audience
Dude,
score,
that's-
and a 7.6 on
Yeah,
IMDb.
it's a
Wow.
really good movie.
So yeah,
Rotten Tomatoes gave him that?
mm-hmm.
That's a good movie then.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, Rotten Tomatoes don't
They're pretty
give
harsh a lot of
anybody
times.
anything on anything.
No.
Dude,
So what did you all think about the plot and the story?
the plot, awesome.
Yeah, it's, yeah.
Story,
Yeah.
awesome. I would have to say, just based off of the characters within the movie, what was her name, David?
Which character?
The girlfriend?
Anna Kendrick.
Oh, the Catherine.
Yeah. Okay, so I felt like she could have did a lot better in this movie. just personally,
Okay.
from other movies I've seen her in, I
Okay.
felt like she could have did better.
Okay.
I don't know, I guess she was probably on a cheap budget. I
So
don't
you
know.
thought she was the weakest link in the film?
Yeah, honestly, man. Yeah, I'd have to give her that on the the weakest link.
Okay.
She definitely was.
Well, I did notice this, that she was probably the shortest link as well.
Yeah.
I knew she was a small girl, but Joseph Gordon-Levitt's not very tall either.
Mm-mm.
And she was so much shorter than him, so I looked her up, and I think she's only about 5'2".
Oh man.
Yeah, I think she's pretty short. Because Joseph Gordon-Levitt's, I think, 5'7" or 5'8". So that's not all that tall. And she's quite...
No.
When she stood up there, I was like, she's tiny. Like, she's really tiny. But I'd seen her in quite a few roles, too.
Oh yeah.
And I think A Simple Plan or A Simple Twist or something she was in. A movie called Up in the Air with George Clooney is a good movie.
She's in the
She
Pitch
was also
Perfect
in The
movie.
Voices.
The Voices,
Yeah.
true. What did you say, David?
The Pitch Perfect movies 1 and 2.
Oh yeah.
You know what? I knew she was in them, but I
Oh,
didn't.
she
I
was.
hadn't.
She's like the main character.
yeah.
I've never seen it though.
Yeah, she's she's the main character. She's literally headlined, I think, on all of the DVD boxes.
Beautiful woman, just not like the best actor, I guess. I'm sorry.
She
But-
also.
Good for like awkward roles.
She
Yeah.
is. She
Yeah,
also
absolutely.
put out a.
Like Zach Galifianakis.
You know what? I saw Zach Galifianakis once doing a stand-up show before he got famous, and it was the same show that he ended up doing later. And right after the show,
Is it the Between Two Ferns?
well, we saw him in 2007.
Oh man.
And at a college, and then we were walking, getting ready to leave. We happened to walk. He was in the elevator. We tried to get in, but it closed, and he just stood there and looked at us. We have a shirt with his face on it.
Bro,
But Anna Kendrick had this
you're
song.
not couldn't have ended any better than that. There's no way.
It was fun. It was
Yeah.
fun. Now, this was a song that Anna Kendrick had. Did you all know she sang other than Pitch
I
Perfect?
did.
I'd imagine so, yeah.
Not.
I didn't know.
Oh my gosh.
Have you all ever heard the song? It was called Cups, and it has some kind of thing with cups on it.
Oh yeah, my kids love this song.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you know this was her singing?
No, absolutely
This
not.
was in Pitch Perfect.
This is?
Yeah.
Okay. Does she sing it, I guess? Is it this version?
I'm not. I think it's a different version, a little revised, I guess, to be shortened. To fit the
Okay.
movie.
For the movie?
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I didn't know. I've never seen Pitch Perfect. Is there 3 of them?
I want to say there's three.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's 3.
But she's probably just the first 2, I would imagine,
No,
or
all
all 3?
Yeah.
Very cool. So, did this plot take you all in any directions that was unexpected, or did you already know going in kind of what to expect?
You kind of, a movie like this, you're going to expect, like, dude's going to pass away. So, like, for me, it was like
Just throw the spoiler.
like, dude, he didn't even pass away.
No,
Like,
he didn't.
Like,
come on, dude.
But you thought he was going to going
yeah,
into
absolutely.
Okay.
I mean, who wouldn't? I mean, the movie's called 50-50.
it? Right. You got a 50-50 chance.
Yeah.
Right. Now,
See-
I did like that it did follow, like, I figured, like, when he had the girlfriend, he's like, here's
Right.
your out. She didn't go. I was like, she's going to go later. She'll do
Yeah.
she'll cheat.
Yeah, of
I assume
course.
she would cheat. And then when the psychiatrist was introduced, I was like, well,
Yep.
here's the new love interest.
Yep.
So it followed those kind of, and I don't know if that part of that really happened in the guy's real life, but the cancer aspect of it was real. And I think they balanced it really well between
They
the
did.
serious cancer stuff
yeah.
and then
Oh,
some of the
the
Still
some of the
having
humor.
a plot. Yeah. Humor.
just the
You have to
dialogue
do
was-
that.
It was.
Yeah, and this was kind of a different role for Seth Rogen up until this point,
Oh,
if you
yeah.
think about it.
Dude, Seth Rogen's never been serious.
Kinda
I mean,
like funny people.
yeah. Yeah.
I think a lot of
absolutely.
people went into Funny People thinking it was going to be really just like a typical Adam Sandler movie, but it wasn't.
Yeah, they made a mistake on that if they thought that way.
They did, yeah. And this was a change of pace for Seth Rogen. And, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, if you all remember, he has done, movies and TV shows as far as I can remember, if you think about it. Like he was in. You all probably. What do you all know him from? Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Is it
Oh,
500
man.
Days of Summer?
Angels in the
Well,
Outfield.
yeah.
Yeah, 500 Days
And
of Summer. Angels in the Outfield. He was in the show called Third Rock from the Sun when he was a little
Wow.
kid.
Oh, yeah.
He's in Halloween H2O.
What?
Um,
No,
Yep.
he had to have been young then.
he was.
Very young.
He's in a movie
Wow.
called a Heath Ledger movie called 10 Things I Hate About You.
I love
that's
that
right.
movie.
No
I
kidding.
just watched that the other day.
Did you?
Wow, dude.
He was the voice of Jim Hawkins in the Disney movie called Treasure Planet.
Oh, that is right. That is
Love
right. I
that
can hear it.
I mean,
Dude,
he's been
he's
in
awesome.
he's been in so many
Treasure
things that you
Planet
forget that you've
Yeah,
probably
like-
seen.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's what.
And
see,
it's
He was in G.I. Joe,
yeah,
The Rise of
it's
Cobra.
Like,
see, it's
kind
kind of
of-
a big reason why I like suggested this movie because he's a really big actor, very great actor.
Very versatile.
Yeah,
How-
and
He's in Inception. If you've seen Inception, he's in
wow.
that.
See, dude, this dude's so versatile, man.
Dark
You
Knight
don't
Rises.
you don't even expect him. Like you're not. I don't know his voice. Like he's changing it
Right.
every time he's in a animated film or whatever.
Looper, that Bruce Willis
Crazy.
movie. Have you ever watched that?
Yes.
That's a good
Wow.
one. Now he looks a little different because they put prosthetics on him to make him look like a younger Bruce
Yeah.
Willis, but they did a good job. Sin City, A Dame to Kill For. He's in that
What?
one. He's
Is that the one with the gray and red case?
I'm
DVD case, it
you're
says
thinking of
Sin
the
City.
first one.
Is that the first one?
no, this one. There's a couple of different ones, but this one has. He's on the. It looks like he's on the cover of this. But there's a dark-headed lady in the cover of this poster. I don't know her right off, and it says Sin City, A Dame to Kill For in white letters, and Sin City's in red.
Okay.
Well, I can't turn that
Yeah.
computer around, but
Well,
I've never seen the second Sin City, to be honest. Only the first one. He's in what else is Joseph Gordon-Levitt in? Oh yeah, he's in Beverly Hills Cop, Axel F.
what? He was an Axel.
Yeah. Do you
Who
remember
did that show?
He was the new like cop partner.
Oh yeah.
'Cause he's in
I
a
do
helicopter
remember
with
that. He's
Axel. He's dating Axel's daughter or something
Yeah.
as well.
sure was.
And then he's in 2 movies out right now called Greedy People and Killer Heat. So he's in movies, all kinds of movies. He played the voice of Jiminy Cricket in the 2022 Pinocchio.
Oh, wow.
Jiminy Cricket.
Is
So-
that one the
It looks like it might be the Tom
what's
Hanks.
his name?
Looks like Tom Hanks is in it as well. Never watched it though. Oh, Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah.
I don't
Is
think
that
it's
the-
his.
Oh man, that's a really good one.
Okay, no, this one is not that one. So yeah, the plot. So everybody agreed it was a good plot, but it was
Was.
kind of didn't take you anywhere you didn't expect. But the way it took you there was done really, really well.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was.
That's what I
Absolutely.
thought too. A lot of the doctor scenes, did make me. In all honesty, I shook in a couple of them because I was
Uneasy.
getting very uneasy, and I did. I got to be honest, I did cry. I did cry.
did too, dude. Who
Did you?
wouldn't? Dude, you ain't got a soul if you
I
don't
did.
cry when you watch that movie.
I did
I mean,
because because I didn't know exactly. I was like Jeremiah. I was like, well, he does have a 50-50 shot.
yeah.
And I hadn't done the itinerary before the movie because I was like, I'm not going to ruin the
Oh
movie.
shoot.
So I didn't read the synopsis ahead or anything like that.
Okay. So you was in for a rude awakening
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
That was a sad movie, man.
And I'm glad that he survived in real life. I'm glad that he survived
Absolutely, dude.
in the movie as well. What about the characters? Did you all have any favorite characters in this movie?
I mean, yeah, Adam was definitely.
Yeah, I mean, who else are you gonna pick?
But it's just
Seth
more, it's
Rogen.
just more relatable for me because I've been in and out of hospitals my whole life.
Yeah.
So,
That's what you were
Yeah,
saying last
true.
time. That's last time.
mhm.
So you kind of can relate also to like getting this kind of horrible
Yeah, see,
news.
and the thing is like it all really didn't click for me until like my last surgery, just like the seriousness of all of it.
Right.
That was
'cause, like,
scary, dude.
Even before my fourth one, my third one, I was only like 13 whenever I had that surgery. So still pretty young and still like it just, I'm just like I'm young, I'll come out of it. But like that fourth one, just yeah, it dead through me for it too. See, I definitely, I kind of felt same as him whenever like he was going under, and he was
Anesthesia and was scared.
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't exactly scared, but I definitely had my moment like, what happens if I wake up? Because I've had 4 surgeries. You expect me to be kind of used to anesthesia.
Right.
But nah.
And you went under every single time?
Dude,
Oh, yeah.
this guy's the toughest person I've ever met in my life. Like, I mean, not just like physically, but mentally. This is one of the toughest people, maybe the toughest person I've ever met in my life, dude. I mean, these open heart surgeries and stuff he's had, dude. When I was like, I think I was about 12 or 13 old, my mama came and picked me up from my mom's house and said that David had to have emergency surgery on his heart. That was not the last one you had, but the
Third
next to last one you had.
Yeah, that was the third one.
She basically told me, dude, when she picked me up that morning that David wasn't
Gonna make it
going to
through.
come out of surgery. That I needed to pray for him. I needed to, I needed to talk to somebody, pray to somebody. And I was in a rough point in my time at that life, dude, or my life at that time, and so was he.
Right.
We both were. But, dude, this guy, when he came out of surgery, man, he had this, I won't ever forget it, this scar right here on your chest, man. That right there, dude, he had to have a taper or something. I don't know exactly what it was.
They had to run a camera down my chest, so they actually had to take my heart out this time. They could operate inside
man.
my chest.
Wow, and that was the one last time?
No, the third one.
No, that was he
The
got
third
cut
surgery.
open again after
Yeah.
that.
So you can see the scar right here, just right under my neck.
Hmm.
Yeah.
On the chin here.
Oh, yeah?
It's
And
that.
it is, and what it is they ran, instead of having to like separate my chest too much and take my heart out put it on the operating table, because it wasn't a surgery like that. All they had to do was just go like patch one of the valves up. So
Mhm.
they just put that camera down through there and just operated with the heart in my chest cavity still, and what they had to do is
Just
I had
navigate
aneurysm.
around?
Yeah, I had an aneurysm on my aortic root, and they just had
Yeah.
to put stuff called Dacron, which is like a cast for like your insides, I guess.
Uh-huh.
And
It's like is that the one that had you had to get the mesh valve
no,
that fell?
No, what?
Didn't you have a mesh valve that fell?
Huh.
Which one's the one that makes your heart sound like a
That was for my fourth
watch.
surgery. No, I've got a middle valve. That's what makes it sound
Oh,
like a watch.
okay.
That's from the latest one,
Yeah,
the
Okay.
most recent one.
yeah.
Okay.
It's called the Onyx valve, and it's made out of it's made out of composite metal, like carbon fiber.
It
Okay.
sounds like a little pocket watch, dude. Like if you listen to his heart, like you
Just
can
like
hear
ticking?
it. Tick,
Yeah.
tick, tick.
Okay.
It's crazy, man.
Interesting.
Yeah, it scares me.
So was that one of the reasons that you chose this movie? Because it's
no.
kind of relatable to you?
No, it's just a good movie.
Okay, it is a good movie. It is a good movie. This is the deepest movie I think that we've really got down into.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I mean, it really is. I mean, it's just it really has its very wholesome moments too.
Mm-hmm.
Well, every review that I was
in
looking
the
at,
bathroom, when he's in the bathroom and he
Yeah.
sees his
Oh,
friends
man.
drunk.
Like literally, he's like you're a crappy friend. You're just using my illness for
your personal gain.
Yeah.
your personal gain, and then he takes him back to his house. He's like using his bathroom. He finds that book,
Mm-hmm.
how to cope together or whatever. And,
For cancer, yeah.
Facing cancer together.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. Like
Yeah.
you kind of think he's a butthole.
Yeah.
The whole movie, and then
Because
you
it does
see
kind
that
of
book.
seem that way.
Yeah.
And literally, he's got like pages marked. He's got key points
That's awesome.
marked with the ink pen.
Because it's probably also like trying to not
Yeah.
treat them different. Like, I've heard also, not really to treat somebody that differently.
You don't want
Try to treat them, because I was thinking to myself,
You got to realize, like the entire movie, he not once did he break stride on the way
Uh-uh.
that their dynamic was
No.
from the beginning of
no,
the movie.
he didn't. He was the only one.
Yeah.
He was the only one. which was amazing.
He played his part all the way through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Now, do you all have a favorite scene or a least favorite scene?
Literally right at the beginning, whenever they're like, they go in the radio station and they're working and like,
Yeah.
character's been like really loud and he's like, man, he's like, I need you to be a little quiet. I'm working here and like he's not listening to him, so he just turns around and he starts talking and he like, starts repeating some dialogue and he starts mimicking his like laugh.
Right.
That was great, dude. Me and her made fun of it.
My favorite scene was when she came in and he had come in right behind her with
Okay.
the phone and the picture.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my.
It had a lot of good standout moments.
Good gravy.
Yeah.
It was just a all-around good movie, man. It really was.
It did. I mean, it had that. It had some very emotional scenes, like a scene that really didn't. It's he mentioned it throughout. He doesn't drive.
Yeah.
And then the whole driving scene where he does.
Finally
Finally
tried
get
to.
to drive.
That's where they argue before he like finds the book. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I thought that was a good build up
That
throughout.
it was.
You know.
That was awesome the way
The
that they
way
did
he
that.
released all his pain and anger in the car was just
Yeah.
magnificent.
It was
It
just
was.
how you would really do in real life. I would
Yeah.
imagine.
They,
Just
like really that moment I feel like wasn't even like it don't even feel so much like a scripted moment because he put so much emotion into it.
yeah.
It seemed so natural.
Yeah, just
he
like
he
in
definitely
the
did
moment,
that out
in
of his
that-
own head.
Yeah.
That wasn't. I don't think that
Probably
was
not a
scripted at
scripted-
all. I don't see how you could script something like that. You know what I
was
mean?
Like he had to
was,
dig down
yeah.
really deep, and I bet apparently I've not done that much research, but he probably dug deep to somebody that he knew,
Right.
and was probably trying to honor them partly by shaving his
Yeah.
head. Because if it
Oh,
wasn't
yeah.
even in the script, you're not getting paid extra to shave
No,
your head.
no,
Why would
you're
you do it
just
other
shaving
than
your
that you
head.
actually care,
Yep.
or you think the character would really shave your head? in
And
the
how many
scenario?
people would do that, man? That's why I have a lot of respect for him. We do like you named off all the movies and shows and stuff he's been in. The dude's just like he is a
He's like a Keanu Reeves.
yeah. He can play anything. He can play the like I don't even know if I'm allowed to say this on the radio, but he can play the stoner role.
Yeah.
He can play the bad guy. He can play the good guy. The guy that don't know what's going on.
Right. Well, he
He's
was
just-
in another movie
I
with
mean-
Seth Rogen called the Night Before. It was like
Yeah.
a Christmas movie.
You just
Oh,
watched
yeah.
that.
Was it?
I did.
Sarah,
That was a good movie.
Sarah, who else was in
Anthony
that?
Mackie.
Yes, Anthony Mackie. Yes.
Didn't even know that movie existed till like 3 days ago, dude.
Really?
Swear. Like I don't know
still
how I
haven't seen
missed it. Like how did dude?
I mean, it
those are
came out,
like
I guess,
my
maybe-
favorite actors.
I'd say about 10 years ago, maybe.
Was
Wow.
it? Yeah.
I think
I
about
still haven't
2000.
seen it.
Gosh, it's pretty good. It's a pretty good movie.
It-
I have it
love
on.
it.
I actually have it on DVD. What's it playing on?
We
Tubi or something?
we watched it on our Fire Stick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. The movies are expensive.
You daggone right, dude.
Usually, whenever I get them, I try to find them on sale. If I ever get them digitally, I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah.
let me find some on sale here.
Oh
It's
yeah.
on Stars, YouTube, Hulu, Sling.
It's on
Amazon
Hulu?
Prime, YouTube TV, Follow, and then you can purchase it on Google Play and Fandango.
Well, I'll just
Okay.
stick with the Hulu, dude. I don't need to purchase it.
Well, I'd imagine the Hulu is, but you probably have to like subscribe to Stars separately.
Oh
Yeah, probably so.
Yeah.
So, what about the music from the movie?
I don't
Loved
really
it.
remember much music from
It
it.
was,
Loved it.
it was like mostly Radiohead.
Radio.
Yeah, they had some Radiohead,
I'll pull it up right now. Huh?
and it didn't have a lot of the score like a lot of the movies that we've talked about.
Yeah, not on music.
Yeah, it just
No
mainly
music
had.
really stuck out to me in that.
Okay. What about you, David? Anything that really?
I mean, just no good by Radiohead.
Yeah.
Dude, speaking of which, you fellow listeners who is listening, me and Adam, we've got us a little acoustic thing starting. If y'all want to start listening to that, by the way, Mitch from Season of the Witch, he said that he would make us a album cover.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he does the animation and stuff. I'm not too sure if he draws it or if he just like.
It's like digital art. Like
I
That's
guess
really
so.
cool, dude.
Yeah.
I've seen people
it's
do it. I've
awesome.
never done it before, but
Oh,
I've seen it done before.
He's really good at it. Good at it. Mitch Griffin.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think I've
he's-
got him on my Facebook page.
Yeah. Oh, dude, he's great at the stuff, man. I'm telling you.
Very
we
cool then.
what was we going to call that thing?
It's in the messages. I can't remember.
Sincerely yours.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Either
think so.
that or maybe the cancer sticks if we wanted to go like a funny route.
And that'd be also a homage to this movie.
Absolutely, dude.
But yeah, I think Radiohead was probably the standout song that everybody knows, and I think that song was also featured
Yeah.
in the movie trailer to it as well. But what about originality?
Dude, I feel so cliche saying this every week, but dude, like, this was awesome. I mean, as far as originality goes, great. I mean, I'm sure there's other movies like this. I haven't seen any like it, but I bet you money there's.
Like some kind of inspirational beating. I mean, there's one called Autumn in New York. It's got Richard Gere and Winona Ryder. She has some kind of disease. Spoiler alert: she dies.
have you seen Me Before You?
I haven't.
Oh my God, that one's awful.
Me Before You.
She becomes a caretaker and they fall in love and he goes and like has assisted like
Oh, okay.
in Sweden
Yeah.
You know what? That does sound familiar.
after she like begs him not to go and then he does it anyway.
You want to know what surprises me more on this movie than anything?
What?
The 93% from Rotten Tomatoes. I have not seen a movie or a show, nothing that's got that high of a rating.
Not many.
From Rotten
Not many.
Tomatoes.
I mean, we've done maybe one or two, but not many.
Dude.
Well, just like with The Fan, that was a low one. Men at Work
Yeah.
was very low.
Yeah, and
Uh,
dude, the first show we ever did together, me and you, was The Pick of Destiny. And it
Oh,
had
yeah, it
like
was
a
low, too.
60% or something. Like, man, come on. Y'all can do better than that. I'm sorry, Rotten Tomatoes, but y'all can do better than
That's
that.
why they're called Rotten Tomatoes.
Yes.
Yeah, they're buttholes.
No, I have seen this poster Me Before You, but I didn't realize that's what the movie was about.
Oh, it's so sad. The
Okay.
book, I mean, I stained the book with tears. When I read it. It was awful. It's literally just like a Nicholas Sparks movie.
Well, it was a very big success. It made over $200 million worldwide on a budget of 20. So
That's
it
good.
was
Good
a
one.
success. What about the poster? Like the poster,
Pretty
like
cool.
you kind of see where he's starting to shave his head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's the only poster that I've ever seen.
That's the
for the
only
movie.
one I've ever seen for it, dude.
Okay.
I mean, cool
See
poster.
if we can find any more on.
I think it represents the movie very well.
It does.
Because
Listen,
the movie is also, in addition to 50-50 being his chances of living, the movie really
Yeah.
is 50-50.
50-50.
Part serious,
Yep.
part humorous.
Yep.
And I think they balance it really, really
They
well.
did awesome with that. Like, dude, my mom had a disease called alopecia.
Yeah?
She lost all her hair, dude. His mom, actually, her sister, mom was she was getting chased around school by this guy that actually eventually ended up becoming a cop somehow. He pulled my mom's wig off of her head.
Really?
Yeah, and David's mom proceeded to not take too well to that.
Right, I would imagine
And
not.
yeah, she yeah, she whooped that dude.
Yeah, no doubt.
It was pretty great. I loved hearing that story, man. Like that everybody's got like grandparents or moms or dads or whatever. They've all got these stories they like telling their kids. Dude, that was the best one that I heard.
All the
My
stories
mom
mom
getting
tells
her
me,
wig ripped
I
off
can't
and
say
then
on the radio.
That'd have to be a podcast only show.
Yeah. Aunt Candy stepped in. I am very proud of Aunt Candy. If you're listening, I love you. And Mom, I love you too.
Well, we'll have the home studio up and running soon, and
Oh, yeah.
we'll have that going, and we're going to be taking live calls then as well.
Speaking of which, David, I need your help.
So that'll be.
Door up.
Oh yeah, we got to get that, and
I just need you to hold it up so I can put a screw in it.
and then that's it, and then the microphones, and then we'll be done. But yeah, I would recommend this movie definitely. I think it's a heartfelt movie, and I
yeah,
think it's got a
absolutely.
lot of funny moments to it, and I think everyone does. Well, Jeremiah didn't care for Catherine, right? You didn't care for her
No,
performance.
I did not care
You know
for
who
her.
I didn't realize was in that movie?
Who?
Morticia Adams.
She
Yeah.
was.
With,
I
she had a
had to
blonde,
look her-
the blonde wig,
Yep.
I had to look her up.
kind of through.
And then as soon as I said her name out loud, I was like,
That's
oh my gosh,
Morticia.
Is that what you?
I can't not
Is
say
that
it.
what you think that everybody probably knows her from
Probably,
the most?
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say
But
so.
I did recognize
I'll
her
say it so
now.
too.
She looked a lot like, what's her name? It's 4 Good Days with Mila Kunis.
Oh, yeah.
She
Oh,
looks
man.
just like the actress, Mila's mom in that movie.
I don't know if I've not seen it. I don't think.
Oh, that one's really sad too.
What's it called?
4 Good Days.
4 Good Days. I was trying to type it in and I wrote 4 Goof Days.
That'll
4
work.
Good Days. Okay. Let's see. And she plays her mother. Oh, Glenn Close.
Glenn Close.
Is that who it is?
Yeah, I
Okay.
thought she looked very similar to
Okay.
her.
Okay. I think they are similar in age as well. So, yeah, please check out 50/50. I think everybody is in agreement. It's one to check out. And I watched it on, I think it's on Max, is what I watched it on
Oh,
HBO
okay.
Max.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I watched it on.
So yeah.
Or we watched it on, yeah.
Football.
Yeah.
So, do we know what we're going to do next week, Jeremiah?
We are going to do. I think we should do the Transformers animated movie. That is my favorite movie.
The
probably
one
of
that's out
all
right now?
times. No. No.
Okay.
No, that one is a good one. I haven't got to watch it. My mom and stepdad said it was awesome, and if they said it was awesome, it's
So, which
probably a
one?
pretty
Which
good
one?
movie.
The original Transformers?
Yeah, like okay, so you remember the
Like the
old
one from the
shows.
80s, right?
Yeah. Okay. They
Okay.
made a movie.
I've seen it. If you're talking about that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, where they first encounter Unicron.
And they kill Optimus.
Yeah.
Okay.
They,
is that
the
streaming
Optimus gets killed, and
anywhere? I have it on
Dude.
VHS.
dude, I've got it on DVD. I mean,
Do you have it on DVD?
Yeah,
Can you? Is it streaming on anything, Amber?
Let me look.
dude. If I would have to guess, it would probably be on Hulu.
Okay.
Hulu's the one that's got all the old cartoons on it, right, David?
Yeah.
Like Billy and Mandy and Courage Gallery, the
Oh,
dog.
That's like
and-
Max.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I got you.
That's on Max.
Yeah, the 1986 movie
86, yeah.
Transformers.
Yeah.
It's
Hey.
set in the year 2005.
Yeah, it's supposed to be the future. No,
No, not now.
no.
That's almost 20 years ago was when it was set, but it was made 40 years ago. So this would be I've not watched it in a long, long time.
Well, then me and you've got a date, buddy.
So yeah, we'll definitely do that. We're going to do Transformers, the original movie from 1986 next week. And please go to all the social media. That's the Facebook, Spotify, YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram, the Other People's Show.
If you don't, you're lame.
Yeah,
I mean,
please like
pretty
and
much.
subscribe and share. Please do that.
Yeah,
And,
that too.
Thank you, Jeremiah, David, and Amber, and we will be back in just a moment.
Cool beans.